All right, let's go take this 1983 VW GTI with 70,000 original miles. Let's go take it for a drive. Even the doors close heavy. You got to hear this exhaust note before we move, because it sounds actually really good. Like, that's bone stock. That sounds better than 90% of the 4-cylinders that are on the road today with these absurd exhaust systems. It sounds absolutely incredible. 90 horsepower. And this particular car is probably one of those examples that you're like, that is an original, absolutely gorgeous car. And what I mean by original is it has 70,000 original miles. So we're gonna go drive this, and I'll give a first-hand perspective of what it's like being at the wheel of a Volkswagen GTI. Now, this interior alone is something that screams the 80s. I mean, this is part grandma's couch, part it could be a sports car. And I don't know what the Germans were thinking in the 80s, but they were obviously drinking the right stuff, because I absolutely love this interior. It's bright. Feels like, I don't even know how to explain this interior. It is just, it is making its presence clear as day. So this particular car is a 1983, 71,000 miles, has a 5-speed manual transmission, and the power plant is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. It is fuel injected, amazingly enough, by a K-Jetronic fuel injection. It's like an early variant of fuel injection. Reliably, they're fantastic cars. Horsepower-wise, sea level on a good day, maybe 90 horsepower. We're at about 6,000 to 7,000 feet. Actually, we're even higher where we're at right now. And so if you're wondering what one of these is like to drive, shifting-wise, it's super balanced. Steering inputs are really light to the touch. It feels like a mini go-kart is the best way to describe this. It's like a 4-passenger go-kart. Power right off the tap. I mean, I'm kind of rolling into the power right now. It's absolutely fantastic. It's pulling all the way through. It's actually surprisingly faster than I thought it would be for being only, on a good day up here, maybe 70 horsepower. I mean, I can't imagine having this when it was brand new right off the showroom floor and you're showing up to high school with this car. I mean, you were definitely the cool kid on the block. joy to drive. I mean, brakes are there, the steering inputs are there. You know, I would say the pros of this car is it handles absolutely like it's on rails. The power, I feel, is good. Some people say that they're gutless, you know, for being a 1.8. I'm actually very impressed with the overall power. I'm doing third gear right now, coming through these bends, and it pulls all the way through on the exits. Negatives. Well, I've only had this car for a little bit, not much. There's not really a lot of negatives. I would say if you were to be out on the market for one, rust would be a big factor to consider. Maintenance-wise, I mean, parts are getting harder to find for these particular vehicles, especially interior bits. You know, it's not like you can go to O'Reilly's and get a new doorknob for this. Safety-wise, I probably wouldn't want to get hit in this car, but that's with any Volkswagen from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and possibly the 90s. They're just, you know, they're smaller. Are they unsafe? No. But would I want to get hit with this? Well, no, I wouldn't either. It's light. It's built light, so it means it's going to crunch lightly. But overall, for a daily and just a fun overall car, I mean, I would absolutely daily drive one of these. This is so much fun to just cruise around, canyon drive. And I mean, what a time machine. 70,000 miles. The story behind this is my buddy Jeremy, who owns this car. He saw this pop up on Marketplace one evening, and a woman was selling it. She was a second owner, and I mean, the paperwork that comes with it. She literally has a piece of paper that is talking about all the options that she wanted on this vehicle when she was going to order it brand new. It's still with the car, the piece of paper for what she wanted. That's fascinating. I love hearing stories like that. And for this to survive this many years unmolested, bone stock, all original, you just don't see that in a car of this type. Most of the cars that are like this have been either crashed, they're in the junkyard, or they've got some ridiculous mods that are, to most, very untasteful. It's nice to drive a completely bone stock 83 Volkswagen GTI and see what this thing was essentially like from the showroom. It absolutely handles like it's on rails. I love it. The exhaust note is fantastic. You might hear it with the audio. You might not, I don't know. But from an audible standpoint, it's got this little reverberating exhaust note. You might hear it. Let's see if we can pick it up here. Snap, crackle, pop. It fits this car, and it definitely puts a smile on your face. I mean, it's 2022 going on in 2023, and I'm driving a car from 1983, and it's putting a smile on my face. Like, so I can't imagine what type of game-changing driving experience that this car gave to someone who bought it essentially brand new off the factory. I mean, I just can't. It had to be absolutely astonishing when this came out on the showroom back in the 80s. Seating-wise, these seats are incredible. I'm pretty sure these are factory Recaro seats, and it just holds you in. Shifting wise, it's smooth, it goes in every gear, and it just really dives into the corners when you really need it to. Brakes stop right on point. The downshifts are buttery smooth. The motor revs and rev matches like it has a light performance flywheel, but in reality, this car is bone stock. I love driving this. I've never actually driven a GTI before, so to drive a bone stock one firsthand, it has absolutely surpassed my expectations of what a GTI would drive like. And to think that this car came from the 80s, I mean, I just can't fathom what this was like when it first came out on the showroom floors and people are hitting the canyon walls with this. That absolutely blows my mind. So, one would ask, is a GTI an approved car on my list? And the answer to that is it actually exceeded my expectations. When I first saw a GTI, I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of fun, but it's probably not that fast. probably handles so-so, and well, I mean, it's a Volkswagen, it's 80s technology. It probably always brakes, and just not a joyful car to drive. Well, I was wrong, and I was wrong in a lot of ways. This reminds me so much of a modern day Mini Cooper, just how it handles. The exhaust note is beautiful. It handles like a 4-person go-kart. It's absolutely fantastic. The brakes are great. The engine sounds amazing. It shifts great. It stops great. And you know what? It was intended to be a good daily driver. I think Volkswagen really did it in for themselves when they released this car in the 80s. And it essentially changed the sports car market and affordability of getting into the sports car market. So at the end of the day, would I approve of an early 80s GTI? Absolutely. And like I said, it completely exceeded what I ever expected a GTI to drive like and perform like. So that should answer some questions if you have when it comes to the Volkswagen GTI. Enjoy it. Big shout out to my buddy Jeremy who owns this, and I'm going to put his social media handle down in the description box. He has some incredible cars in his collection, so be sure to give him a follow and hit the like and subscribe button on this channel, because we have a lot more cool cars coming up that we're going to document. And well, if you have a cool car that you'd like showcased, shoot me a message. I'd love to hear about it, and literally I will invite any opportunity to see something cool and unique. I don't care what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.